Okay, so from the title, you're thinking, absolutely not. I mean, there's no Kanto starters, and also no Lapras. So when you really think about it, there's only Snorlax, Espeon, and Pikachu. However, this got me thinking, could Red actually be the very best and conquer the Hisui region? This was actually inspired by Chonka's Central, so let's see how we get on. But before we do, we're so close to hitting 20k, so it would mean the world to me if you enjoy what you see. Hit the subscribe button, ding on the bell. Let's get to 20k by the end of the year. With that said, let's get gaming. After going through life reincarnation to then get yeeted out of a death hole in the sky, I awaken on a beach that does not look like Kanto. Are you alive? I'll take that as a yes. As unhelpful as the professor was, and I get a message on my new ARC phone, become the very best, I think it's time we go and catch some Pokemon. Rowlet, Cyndaquil, and Oshawott. 2 instantly get them taken off me. Nice. So Red, for the first time in a very long time, Pokemon-less, we arrive at the village to meet some of the locals. Benny, Ikari, Sailing's Big Nose. I did get the authority with a drop child despite the suspicion for the next morning, so I slept well through the storm and the assignment is set to catch Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. And while I set my mind on battling others, but more importantly earning my quarters, I know we need to catch these mobs, but we really need to be thinking, how is this challenge possible? I mean, we don't have any of Red's aces, but I'm not just using Red's team from the games. No, we have to dig deeper. So once I pass and get accepted into the ranks as a no-ranked recruit, I think it's time we change that and get to work on some research tasks. To progress through the game, I should crack on with climbing through the ranks with only Red, and with Cinder on my side from Stadium 2, we were able to do just that. I also was able to grab Ponyta from the Horseshoe Plains, calling her Epona. With that said, the first star was obtained. Sweet. Now being accepted into the village, I have a change of clothes to the best I can do for the time being, before proceeding towards the training grounds. This is my partner Pikachu, okay? And defeat us. Okay. Now ladies and gentlemen, before we actually go any further into this quest, we actually have a couple more encounters to catch. Boom! Did I surprise you? You wanna buy anything? I guess not. Anywho, I'm out to catch a couple more encounters. As mentioned, I'm catching every single Pokemon Red has used. I mean, basically every single Gen 1 Pokemon, because you play as Red in Generation 1, as well as all the games, the manga, and the anime. So with that in mind, I catch not one, but 2 Eevees, both called Thunders, and one with a mild nature, as like Red's in the manga, called V. And last but not least, find the mascot of a Pokemon, a Chew. Yeah, that'll do. Welcome to the squad, Ryan. I'm all about Ryan Reynolds, the OG Detective Pikachu. Now with a team of 4 up to scratch, I can take on probably the worst starting battles in any Pokemon game, that being May and her Munchlax. But here's my problem. Half of my team need friendship, so I can't afford to lose that, and on top of that, Epona is weak to rollout. Though I had a cunning plan. I start with none other than Epona to hit the Ember and attempt the burn, which we didn't get. I then take a huge rollout and go again, to which we didn't get. So with my strat in absolute tatters, Thunders is out to hit quick attacks, dodge a third rollout, and sail through with quick attacks to get us the win. So now with the entire Obsidian Fieldlands open to us, I can make some more progress and grab some other Pokemon for the next test. Starting with Dex Entry research tasks for Geodude, Abra, and waited until night for Zubat. And with that, we're at the level cap to take on our next target, an Alpha Mustache Cricket. Unlike Munchlax, I have the advantage. After a huge aerial ace, I set up double hit followed by a huge Ember, which then burns. So we survived the second aerial ace, and another flame puts the bug away. So another successful day as a recruit, the tent is up, and I head back for some sleep. The next morning, I'm once again rudely interrupted. First it was the lightning and Akari playing with her mouse, but now it seems scrappages between 2 people. The blue guy called Animan and a cute girl called Irida. And as irresistible as Irida is, this duo is an all too familiar story. So I think I'll pass and walk right into the office into those 2 still squawkabillion. Nope, Red is not a morning person anymore, as he was in 1996. This is your mission, Quell Cleavor! With little drama, we head back to the Fieldlands for a couple more jobs, and one of them is to catch our big boy, which only has a 3% encounter rate. That being the one and only, after 30 minutes, Munchlax. Well, it'll do. Yes, another Pokemon I have to evolve via friendship, but that's job 1. Job 2 is to evolve V and Team Ryan for quite a bit just yet. I actually had a Bidoof outbreak at this point, and seeing as I'm doing a 100% shiny only livestream series on my channel, I thought I'd try and catch one, to which we didn't get one. Though I can see why, because we're red and he doesn't have any shinies. I definitely caught a duck through fishing just like Red did in the Origins, and arrive at the Grand Tree Arena. Stop, or feel the wrath of my Goomy. Say that again. With us entrusted to deal with this situation, I returned to the lab to come up with a cunning plan. And I say cunning plan, but it's just giving it lunch. The good news is I can ride on my new noble steed, Weirdeer, which gives us the opportunity to break the game and climb the cliff to be able to have the chance of getting some evolution stones. And the very first one was a Thunderstone, so with that I zap Thunders and it becomes a Jolteon. I return to Liam, but get stopped by my own ancestor to a battle, though I'm sure that's not a Pokemon I'd send out. Despite it raining, a Flame Wheel does half and a huge Swift puts us on a whopping 1 HP! So a final Flame Wheel takes down the evolution, meaning only myself and the Noble remains, and nothing will stand in my... Oh, not good. However, thanks to V, we were victorious against the Rocky Buggy, and to celebrate, I grabbed 2 more Pokemon in the area. Our beloved Fishmon, and also caught a Cypher, both Pokemon from Origins. Upon return, I grab an extra star in the rankings and report for a debrief, instantly get dismissed, and I'm able to get wasted on Potato Moki. The next morning, I was once again battling Akari and absolute decimate her clown, as well as her non-fat rat, allow me access into the next area, the Crimson Mirelands. I grind out a couple of research tasks all day and night, and by night I can catch 2 more Pokemon, another one from Origins, Ghastly, and from the manga, a Paris. If you couldn't tell, every Pokemon is for research at this point. But now it is time to actually do my job and meet up with a member of the Pearl Clan Caliber, which brushes me off. She was too old for me anyway. But Volo is after another fight, and despite being underleveled, V was able to confuse the Togepi enough to put it out of misery. But there was another big threat. This tiny Gibble. And this shark dragon wants blood. So he takes out my little V, though Fat Meek is able to retaliate with a big bulldoze. Taking multiple twisters, we were able to outlast the fight and take down the dragon. To warm up to Caliber, Volo actually sits me down for a backstory. The wall fragment is stolen and it is up to us to sort it out. And I know who might be responsible for this. It's Team Rocket. Now, who might you be? Oh, it's not Team Rocket. But grunts are grunts. And with a not so little confusion, we blast Jujitsu Frog away for another day. So now I can return the wall fragment and get permission to calm Ursaluna. However, this fight is not for the faint-hearted, so I give myself the opportunity to grind away, including a space-time distortion, and my fish breaking through boulders was enough to evolve into Gyarados, giving us another star, but a quick trip to Fieldlands later allows me to grind up some more and evolve Fat Meat to Snorlax, and our Ghost to Haunter. With my team ready to go, and by team I just mean 1 more Pokemon, I'm ready to take on the Big Bear. What's even better is that the rain is set, so even though huge slashes do take out our Serpent, V was able to retaliate and calm his rage. There you are! Oh god, was I gone for that long? Yes? You're late! Where have you been? Just do your job. Next I went on a rescue mission, and to be honest, I didn't even need to sniff out how smelly Arizu is. And with that, this clears me to be able to open up another base camp, and to plan my strategy. Do more Pokemon research, throw some poo at a Rhyhorn, grab some levels, destroy the Noble. Eventually, I meet up with Adam once we're ready in the morning, and with the new moves thanks to a bunch of level ups through this section, I'm comfortable with how this should, like I said, should turn out as. This Lilligant wouldn't tire itself out, so by the time it did and opponent was out, I already did most of the work. So after a double hit Flame Wheel to the face, I throw 1 more bomb and I seal the frenzy states that cause havoc to this beauty of a Pokemon. Once more, I am victorious, and to celebrate, I get wasted at the Wallflower with the Professor and Akari on Potato Mochi. Sick of the Mochi next morning, I'm immediately rolled out of bed to go on a one-on-one walk with my boss and meet new villagers. I must say, I'm impressed, but I'm still weary of your actions. Why do you love Pokemon? You will answer me, child! Thanks to our Cantonian Pokédex research, we're off to our next destination, the Cobalt Coastlines. A Lordless Isle, so this means it should be an easy day for research and training, right? Well, no, because they want me to investigate criminal activity, and I have a lot of Pokédex work I need to do. But first, a battle! Face me in combat! Well, she didn't learn that lesson. Catching of a chop called Captain Falcon, I climb up the mountains, training along the way to meet the Warden with no noble, Polina. Oh my god, the doggy! He's so cute! 1 like equals 1 head pat for... Rude introduction, where's personal space for a lady? Ouch. My goal was set to catch a dog of my very own. I searched long and hard to get my very own Hisui in Growlithe, which is overleveled. So I'm going to have to hang fire on using the boy, head to the space-time distortion to grab ourselves a Magnemite, as well as Mr. Mime and another Eevee. And last but not least, evolve our captain to Machoke. Why is this Pokemon talking? Because it's a parrot. Sort him out! Subscribe to Rhyperion. Sorted. I tried catching the Chansey and... oh dear. Well, my Machoke won't be a champ anytime soon. So we continue onwards to Iskin's house, who is already a bit of a scaredy cat. I'm tasked with catching another Pokemon Red doesn't have. I mean, first the starters, then the assignment, and now this! It's more to the dex. And yeah, it's safe to say it's a nightmare to accomplish. However, after a long night, we finally caught the big monster. However, this gave me the perfect opportunity to grind out some evolutions and tasks for research, eventually getting my Parasect, as well as evolving Graveler and Magneton. Our Gen 1 Dex is coming along really well, and as boring as this place is story-wise, it is actually the most encounters we can get. So I keep evolving and getting as many research tasks possible, until finally returning to Iskin with the Dusclops. And as much as you don't like it, mate, it's yours. But I don't want— get a grip, man! With food for the fish acquired, we arrive at the seafront along Polina to befriend the Basque Legion. So now, I bring ill luck to those in my path. I'm your unlucky charm. Thought you spotted the 4-leaf clover? I'll soon have you seeing double. Oh great, it's a Team Rocket cop-outs. I had no time to react, though at this speed, I could have done at least something. So I cross the sea, and along the way to our destination, I catch the last couple of encounters, Tentacool as well as Magmar, eventually arriving at the bandit's base. I got this! Stand back! You send out a Christmas tree. In a volcano. 1 down, 2 to go. Coin was up next with a much better fight with Toxicroak, and being forced to send out Epona again, I quickly switched to V for a quick quad-effective Psychic knockout. This just left Charm and her team, though Rhydon is first, and a quick Baby Doll Eyes ruins its impressive attack stat. Bulldoze does a bit, so I switch to Fish to hit a hard Aqua Tail. Gengar remains, hits a hard Hex, though a crunch of Retaliation brings down the Ghost. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. What isn't very easy peasy lemon squeezy is the fact that the little Growlithe is now a huge Arcanine, and I want it so bad. But it wants my head. I have little to no choice but to actually take it on alongside with my serpent, Fish, and he will be the Lord and Savior for the fight. So I prepare my ball, henceforth, and get immediately Annihilate to a Rock Slide. Yep, this Arcanine is quick. Despite the fact my best counter got wiped out, Fat Neat can use 2 quad bulldozers which slow it down, allowing me to best the frenzy again and calm down the doggy. Though I think it's safe to say, I really need to grind out some more. But also to my other usable squad members, as we have overleveled a lot of them. However, a lot of progress made on the decks, including feeding an alpha for about 20 minutes. Yeah, it's a big boy. We got another star, the commander is impressed, so now I'm off to the pub. I mean, I'm definitely old enough to drink here. And just like that, the next morning, I'm hungover and seeing ghosts. Oh wait. That's just Ingo, who also fell from the sky, and Kamado already shouting at me with a banging head is not the best way to start the next day, which is lovely. Even worse, I now have a Hisuian gangster shouting down my earlobe. Melly. Boy, oh boy, I do not like him. But ladies and gentlemen, Red is already nearly completed with his Cantonian Pokedex as he climbs up the Coronet Highlands. It's actually at this point where we have pretty much every single Pokemon except for trade evolutions. And I forgot to film the Adamant fight, but honestly, it was pointless. He was swept. Anyways, I grab... Wait. Shiny? Yo! Shiny Machop! Wait, can I use this? I decided against using him so I can use it for my Legends Arceus 100% shiny only live stream series. That is a tongue twister. But anyways, I was on the hunt for not one, not two, but 3 Firestones, as well as a Chansey, evolved my final Eevee to Flareon, as well as a Vulpix to Ninetales, and our Rocky Donkey to Arcanine. I still can't use it though. For like one more fight, absolute shambles. I also finally evolved one of our Stadium Mon to Quilava, and that's all the evolutions. Now let's go get new counters. I wandered through the Wayward Cave with Ingo, and on the other side to which the new encounters, Melly blocks my path, but I won't have any of this nonsense. But it's Skuntank, his skunk wants blood. I also say he needs to fart too, but I let my big bear drop one so hard it shakes the ground and takes him out. Now with him out of the way, the level cap increases and I can actually use my big dog. I want to get Electabuzz and Clefairy out of the way first, and this allows me to evolve Epona to Rapidash and hunt him for a Moonstone all night and couldn't find one. Regardless, with Red's ultimate team assembled, I'm ready to cause havoc. Starting against Ingo, his Machoke gets absolutely annihilated against V. But when Tangela comes out, I get a quick Baby Doll Eyes in before switching out to my very own Captain Falcon. An Energy Ball was petty, but we missed the kill with a Fire Punch. So he paralyzes and we get fully parried. So I go again and get fully parried. I just wanted a good old Falcon Punch! On the plus side, Fish can retaliate with a simple crunch, leaving his Gliscor, and even after a huge poison jab, which indeed makes us ill, Oh, come on! I barely hang on, get the frostbite and fall to poison, with Fat Neat delivering the final ice punch to the ghoulies. That wasn't great, but Sneasel approved and takes me hostage. Help me! It didn't let me go, so I headed towards the Moonview Arena. But this guy, he's gonna get the zap down of a lifetime. Ryan, you spot! Oh, come on! Note to self, Pikachu is not good when he's ganged up. However, my Arcanine, who I've yet to call at this point, rains flames on his parade, and I win. Sweet. So with our fire dog called Paralysis, I step forward into the red corner against the wooden ball in the wooden corner. I let hell break loose, and Paralysis was all I needed to burn it and set it alight. The next plate was ours, and another Lord was quelled. I also catch it a ball in a ball. Technically, it's still a Gen 1 mon. Anywho, with the research work accomplished, I grab yet another star, Kamado is happy, and I become a Mokiholic. Oh, my head. The next morning, and already we're in our briefing for the final Noble. Already, we've been through so much and helped the professor out with his research. Now, before we actually head over to the Icelands, there is a couple of things that I have on my to-do list. But first, to battle Lucario. Mr. Mime died. Staravia zapped. Choo-Choo slapped. Akari got whapped. And job number 2 was to get the final upgrade for the team, to evolve our captain to Machamp. And with that said and done, let's head over to the Alabasta Icelands. And now that we've caught every single Pokemon other than the evolutions, this area will be pretty quick. Here we go. I meet Garrick, who is not only naked in the snowfield, but also Irida's boyfriend, and isn't happy with me hanging out with her. So he wants my cap, but Pyrolis says no and burns his ice couple to the ground. And then I stare at his crotch while he does that. Interesting. Now I'm talking to a literal child at this point, so I'm gonna just cut right to the chase. I build up a second camp further up north before going to place said chase, and seeing as she has a bird and I have a serpent fish that can't fly us around, I'm jealous, and in addition, she expects me to ride over to the most northern point, to the Snow Point Temple. This region is harsh. On the plus side, my next task is going through some rather simple puzzles. So once we arrive at the top, we finally have the little girl cornered, with a Magmortar, Electivire, and Rhyperior. I'm screwed. Captain Falcon goes for a good brawl against a big Rhyperior to fall just short. And well, from there, gets absolutely gobsmacked by high horsepower, followed by a T-Punch right after that. And then Fat Neek, because of a burn, couldn't knock out the Electivire. However, Ryan finally gets going after Carmine, then quick attacks the Big B-looking monster to then Thunder Punch the Magmortar right after. This little mouse, oh my god. All that's left is Braviary. So let's do this. I go for the exact same tactic. Carmine as it goes for a Roost. So a rapid quick attack takes a quarter, followed by a T-Punch which lays its wings to rest. However, he too was so shocked by Ryan's performance he wanted to join the squad. So I make haste to the Eternal Ice, pick the Eternal Ice, and be quick as to not melt the Eternal Ice. And all that remains is the one and only Avalok. This thing is huge, and I'm having to rely on my one and only option. Oh dear. However, once again, Ryan comes to the rescue. Iron Tail does wonders, and I'm able to wither it down. I was at a point where I actually nearly died in this fight, but I kept going and managed to throw my last bomb and calm its frenzy. We've basically gone through the worst of Hisui and absolutely smashed through all its risks. I think it's safe to say we're a good protector and a proud Survey Corps member.
The next day.
You're banished. Did you hear me? Get out! Get out! I don't even know what I did wrong. It's not my fault the whole sky turned red. Although, red seems a pretty good color. I went from the miracle of Hisui, the god of all protectors, to the most hated specimen in that region. Not even our friends wants to help me, and even after petting the Shinx, there is only guilt in the field other than the one and only Volo, who brings me forward to another woman, Mistress Golgita, who then gets raided by the Diamond and Pearl clan, who want to aid us. And seeing as we're red and Adaman is wearing blue, and also I've never chose Adaman before, so you know what, I'm actually going to choose him. And first things first, I set onwards to my Switch crashing. However, we set a course to the Fieldlands once more and arrive at the lake, defeat the Alpha Gudra, and then entertain Pinky, grab its plume, and on to the next. Towards Lake Valor to take on Alpha Overquill and play Whacker Elzelf, and against Zorok in the Icelands. I will test your knowledge. Okay, here is where the pub quizzes at the Wallflower comes down to. Pass. However, somehow we managed to grab the last piece of the puzzle thanks to the Lake Guardians, which means one thing. We're no longer banished. And we climb the harsh highlands to the summit. But it's just by luck I get ambushed by a ninja who just so happens to be the pub owner. Who's ready for a Rhine sweep? I start with a Carmine against Miss Magius, and a Shadow Ball does half. From there, a T-Bunch knocks out the Ghost, and Sneasel is next. Quick attacks us, to then close combats us straight after. However, that's okay, because V comes out, uses the force to which the Weasel thingy couldn't take, the Sexy Fairy goes poof, and the Gallade soon follows with a huge Shadow Ball, followed by Captain Falcon's Fire Punch. So he lets us pass, and it only ends in violence at Spear Pillar. Commando in Knight Armor ready to take us down. But we'll see about that. Braviary falls down quickly to Ryan's Thunder Punch, to which Snorlax retaliates with huge high horsepower. So Captain Falcon comes out for agile close combat, then takes him down with a quick Fire Punch. Clefable then retaliates with two sidekicks, but Fat Neek launches huge iron heads at its face, leaving the Golem. And even the Golem can take them, well, either, proving us victorious. And he takes a bow. Sweet. All that remains is the huge Dialga in our path. Just like the previous Arceus videos, this is a Pokemon we must catch. So I caught him, and then there's another one.
Another one.
We scarp out, regroup, then battle the not-so-evil bandits, who we annihilate and create the ultimate Origin Ball. With this in hand, there's no time to waste other than take on the biggest threat in the region. Or an ugly horse. And well, from there, I didn't need my team. All I needed was the unlimited supply of food. Again, catch him, the sky goes blue, and everyone's happy. But we're not done yet. Because next up is the post-game, and we're gonna have to be Volo's pet here. We tag along with him for the remaining plates, first off defeating a Wasp, followed by all three of the Lake Guardians, followed after 4 mythicals around the region. Then take on our boss once more. This time, his Golem is first against Fish, a simple quad-effective Aqua Tail, easy OHKO. Snorlax is next, goes for a Fire Punch, and gets the lucky burn. Nice. So I made the switch out to Captain Falcon, try and return that but fail miserably, and well, get thumped by Zen Headbutt. So Fat Neek comes out, and Iron Head followed by a strong style double edge puts his team at the edge. But this Heracross moves 3 times. Sword Stance followed by Pin Missile, then close combat. this thing wants my head. However, with his defenses lowered, Ryan comes out with a super effective play rough, then set up Carmine on Clefable as the fairy follows. So I hit a quick Iron Tail followed by Volt Tackle. Braviary remains, misses the Espia ring, and a final strong Volt Tackle secures us the win. This little mouse is an absolute monster. With all the plates collected, including Kokita in possession of one after last minute prep, and also finding this. Oh! Shiny Gentle Dude, let's go! Yep, another one for the 100% Shiny Only project. Only one task remains, however, so we meet up to the Coronet Highlands, but boy oh boy, I was not ready for this. Volo being greedy, and yep, wants the credit for himself. This is the final battle, guys, and is a hard one, so final guess is if we can beat this challenge. He starts with Spiritomb, and I go with V. A Dazzling Gleam leaves it on the sliver, though a full restore later, we're able to set up an Agile Carmine to take it out on the next turn. His Arcanine is up, and we take a huge crunch. But as we hit another Sidekick, our stats return to normal, allowing it to take us out. Not good at all. Captain Falcon retaliates with a Thunder Punch, basing out Togekiss, which works perfectly, because Paralysis then can come out to take the extra sensory, well, to then not knock it out. Our Rock Pop goes down, leaving Fish to retaliate with Ice Fang, followed by an Agile Style on Rose Raid. A couple of bites taking it out. Even as Lucario is able to dent us though, thanks to outspeeding and hitting. He too falls. Garchomp remains, and a Quad Ice Punch just falls short. We also get crit too. After huge blows, the dragon falls. But you guys think this is over at this point. Oh no, we're just getting started. And that evil grin there says it all. He summons the ultimate and also banished Giratina. Yeah, this dude has 7 Pokemon. 7! However, I was able to bait Fat Neek out first, don't take the Aura Sphere well thanks to another crit. I was only able to use simple chip damage before going down. Captain Falcon returns to literally only do a quarter, and then get crit again. Ryan remains, but we set up Carmine to just fall short and Earth Power knocks our defenses. We finally take it out. Or so you thought. Because this guy transforms out of nowhere and crits us again. Wow. Our first loss of the run, and I couldn't get any more unlucky. Multiple attempts went by, and I seriously struggled. Getting very unlucky, missing, and getting crits left, right, and center. I genuinely did not think this run was possible. Until this run happened. Spiritomb and V were against each other as usual, but after a crunch from his Arcanine, we swapped to Fantastic because his second dog then goes for Bulk Up. So we hit hard before a close combat takes us out. Fish returns the favor with a Tail Slap. Rose Raid hits the Poison Jab, but an Ice Fang was so close. That would have been lovely. A second Agile Crunch takes it down. However, the Togekiss that responds goes for Agile Style too. But we're able to survive the multiple Moon Blasts and hit enough Ice Fangs to bait out his ace Garchomp. He may finish us with a Dragon Claw, however a strong style Ice Punch from Captain Falcon seals the deal, leaving the devil of Pokemon, the Giratina. Yes, my battery is low. Paralysis is finally out, and thanks to an Agile Crunch, we lower its defense, meaning the second one does a lot. She's done her job and heroically goes down to another Earth Power. Our captain returns to the field to a Shadow Force in the face, but 2 Ice Punches bring it to phase 2. We do go down to another Shadow Force, but V shows us speed, Agile Carmines, and a huge Shadow Ball does half, though can't take another Shadow Force. Ryan remains, and the same play follows, but a strong style play rough, and Pikachu! Oops. Yes! Oh my god. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I conquered the Hisui region playing as Pokemon Trainer and Champion Red. Check out these videos on screen now. Thank you all very much for watching. And if you enjoyed it, make sure you hit the subscribe for more. We're so close for 20k. We can do it, but I can't do it without you. Until then, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.